when we talk about barriers of communication, the basic idea is that any aspect or condition that interfere with effective exchange of ideas or thoughts. मतलब ऐसा कोई भी obstacle है या hurdle है जो एक smooth exchange of ideas या effective exchange of ideas or thoughts or messages के बीच में वो उसको interfere कर रहा है या obstruct कर रहा है. That is barriers or barriers to effective communication. There are different types of barriers: physical, cultural, language, emotional, gender, organizational, perceptual, and many more types of barriers. Okay, we are going to look at each one in detail. Till then I'm going to type it out in the chat box कि हम कौन से barriers के बारे में आज पढ़ने वाले हैं. Okay, so the first one is physical barrier. So when we talk about physical barrier, it is about the disturbance in the immediate situation. मतलब बहुत सारे क्या बोलते हैं जो immediate disturbances है हमारे situation में. It can be external. Okay, it can be, yeah, it is basically external barrier. It is about all the interruptions that can happen very abruptly, which can interfere the course of an effective communication. ये सारे से बहुत easy होते हैं alter करने के लिए. I mean, you can easily alter these barriers, or you can overcome these obstacles in the process of effective communication. For example, there's a distraction in the environment. There's a distraction in the environment, like you're talking and you see thunder, you hear the sound of thunder, or you see the lightning that is striking, or even as simple as wind blowing, the breeze is blowing heavily or something. That can be an emotional distraction. Or there is a defect in any sort of media. For example, when we have seen this in online classes, when you're talking to the people who are when you're attending any online classes, and when your teacher is sharing any sort of presentation, and it's not easily visible or it's not easily audible to you, so that can be a defect in the media. Telephone call is also another very significant physical barrier that is happening, because you're in a conversation with someone and someone calls, then easily a person or that communication, the link is broken. So that is another example of physical barrier. And when we talk about all these barriers, I'm also going to talk about how to overcome these barriers. Okay, so to overcome the basic physical barriers, the best idea is to choose a suitable environment. I mean, when we cannot, in business communication, it's very important to choose a suitable environment. You cannot have very important meetings somewhere in a garden, because there are way too many physical barriers, way too many distractions. So there's a specific conference room that is there in all the offices, so that you can have a meeting without any distractions or without any obstacles. Then you have to be updated with the latest technologies, because when we talk about the defects in the media factor or physical barriers, latest technology helps in making everything very convenient. It helps in smoothening the entire communication process. Another thing is that you can easily remove a particular obstacle. For example, if you are in a place, if you are let's take an example of a telephone call. If you are in a meeting, or if you are in a conversation which is very important, and people are calling you constantly, and you're not able to establish a proper link between people, what you can do is you can switch off your phone, or you can keep your phone somewhere else, or put it on silent mode, and then you can have that conversation. That is overcoming the physical barrier of removing the obstacle. You have to remove the obstacle. Then the next part is cultural barrier. Okay, linguistic barriers, proxemics, haptic, paralinguistic. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, all these, I'm very glad that you are aware of all these barriers. and haptic and proxemic barriers and paralinguistic barriers, they are all, they don't fall into the category of mainstream barriers to communication. But I will take up all these topics. I've studied all proxemic, haptic and everything, so I'll take these barriers after we are done, studying about or just getting to know about the mainstream barriers. So when we talk about the cultural barriers is, it, when we think about culture, it is about how cultures, it provide people with uh, ways of thinking, ways of seeing, hearing and interpreting the world. Okay, similar words can mean different things to different people from different cultures, even when they talk the same language. Exactly, cross cultural is also one very important aspect of cultural barrier. Okay, uh, for example, there is a diversified cultural background, there is a difference in language and accent, there is a difference in behavior, there is a difference in nature, there's a difference in religion, there is a lot of difference in every aspect. Okay, and when we talk to people who are from different cultures, it is equally fascinating to know about their language, to know about their traditions, to know about how they function in a society. But at the same time, it can be very difficult to talk to them, to feel interconnected with them. So that is why cultural barrier is listed in the barriers to communication, because it makes, because everything is so different, because their background is different, their behavior, nature, religion, habits, traditions, everything is different. It makes a person very difficult, it makes a person very, uncomfortable, is not the right word per se. It makes it difficult for them to, establish a proper link or proper effectiveness in that communication. So when we talk about overcoming cultural barriers, it is important to have a cross cultural environment, because a cross cultural environment, it enables us to understand and perceive things from all the perceptions. Okay, we can easily understand the behaviors of everyone around us. So having a cross cultural environment is very important. And if someone you're dealing with or you're talking to is very important or is authoritative or has a certain authority, then it is very important to have a thorough knowledge of your counterpart's cultural background. I mean, if I am dealing with someone who is from a Maharashtra region, who follows a Marathi culture, and I want to strike a deal with that person. So to just establish a proper conversation, a proper communication, I will make sure that I know all the factual correctness, all the important aspects of their culture or their background. Then we have, yeah, when it is, when there's a situation where you have to, regularly communicate with people who are from different culture, then conducting effective communication workshops is also very important, and working in groups and running frequent meetings so that you can meet often and that cultural barrier part is overcome, or you can overcome that. So frequent meetings and working in groups, working in teams is also very efficient to overcome these cultural barriers. Next comes the language barriers. Language barrier is also listed in as, the third or one of the primary barriers to communication, because inability to converse in a language that is known by both the sender and the receiver. Okay, it is the greatest barrier to effective communication. Like when a person uses inappropriate words while conversing or writing, it could lead to misunderstanding between the sender and between the sender and the receiver. So it is very important to have a tight grasp on your knowledge of, tight grasp on your language. It is very important to, make sure that your language is purified, that your language is extremely, it is what we can say, it is filtered, so that you can talk to someone who is at a higher stature or at the lower stature, at the same stature as you. Because communication में सबसे important language को ही माना गया है when we talk about verbal or written communication. And there are many factors that cause language barriers. There is like a multi-language, we live in, especially in a country like India, we live in a multi-language nation. There are so many languages that that reside in India. And even लैंग्वेजेस के विद इन भी बहुत सारे सब लैंग्वेजेस है. जैसे गुजराती है, तो गुजराती में भी सूरत रीजन की गुजराती अलग है, अहमदाबाद रीजन की गुजराती अलग है, सौराष्ट्र रीजन की गुजराती अलग है. तो यहाँ पे लैंग्वेज में भी ऐसे बहुत सारे बाइफिकेशंस है. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट for you to understand that people are from different background, they speak different languages and everything. That is why you need to communicate with them in a manner in which they are comfortable and in which you are also fluent enough. So यहाँ पे भी it becomes very important. Okay, तो multi language एक factor है. Then region, from which region that you come up, language barriers, it can be identified. Then inadequate vocabulary, this factor is very important, because in today's world we see that vocabulary is very important. You cannot use the same word again and again. You cannot be repetitive. You have to bring up a new set of words, a new set of vocabulary to your language in order to stand out from the crowd. So because कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि ऐसे क्या बोलते हैं, बहुत सारी शब्द को एक ही बार यूज करने से या बहुत सारे शब्द को गलत जगह यूज करने से मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत ज्यादा पैदा हो सकती है. एंड द नेक्स्ट फैक्टर इज इंटरप्रेटिंग द डिफरेंस. we have often we fail to interpret the difference in our culture, in our in our languages, in our religions, that we fail to understand that the person you are talking to, or the receiver, they have a totally different set of language set in their mind. Okay, so you have to be very careful when you interpret this difference in order to prevent yourself from falling prey to this language barrier. The best way to overcome these language barriers are, you have to speak slowly and you have to be very clear. Okay, you have to be very filtered. As I said before, you have to be filtered, you have to be very vivid matlab clear. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा clear होना पड़ता है in order to overcome this language barrier. Okay, then you for example, you are at a receiver's end. If you are not at the sender's end, you are at the receiver's end, and someone is saying something to you, and if you do not understand what they're saying, then it is very important to ask for clarification. Okay, and ask for clarification in a way that it seems very classy, it seems very professional, that you can say, I beg your pardon, and you can say, excuse me, or can you please repeat it. Okay, नहीं तो अक्सर क्या होता है, हमसे कोई बात कर रहा होता है and our immediate response is क्या, हाँ, ये वो ऐसे ऐसे करके हम उसको we often make the mistake of asking for clarification in a very abrupt manner, and which is not good. Okay, so asking for clarification is very important. What you have to do is, the next part is that you have to frequently check for understanding. Okay, if I am dealing with a person who speaks totally different language than me, but we both of us, we speak English in some or the other aspects. So here I have to make sure that what I am speaking, the other person is able to understand. Okay, so if I'll ask, okay, whatever I said, ma'am, are you able to understand what I'm saying? Do you want me to repeat what I just said? Okay, do you have any queries as to what I said? So you have to frequently check for understanding. When you have a language difference, it is very important that you have to be specific. Please be specific in terms of communication. Then you have to choose your medium of communication very effectively. If you know that the other person is not able to communicate in a very flowing or smooth sort of a manner, choose a different medium of communication. You can either talk through via email, talk via call if video call is not possible for them. You can write them letters or notes. The medium of communication or the medium of in language, if you are communicating with a person who is from from a region जहाँ हिंदी ज़्यादा नहीं बोली जाती है, तो आपका language medium भी अलग होना चाहिए. Okay, if the person is not comfortable in Hindi, then I'll speak in English. Okay, yeah, you इसलिए ऐसा कहते हैं कि मल्टीलिंगुअल होना आजकल की दुनिया में इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यू शुड एटलीस्ट नो एटलीस्ट 3 लैंग्वेजेस आपको आने चाहिए. इफ नॉट इंटरनेशनल देन डोमेस्टिक. विद इन इंडिया आपको 3 लैंग्वेजेस आने चाहिए और एक इंटरनेशनल लैंग्वेज आना भी मस्ट है. दैट इज वाई इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू ओवरकम दिस barrier of language. And the very important, I'll say, the factor which helps in overcoming language barrier is being patient. Whenever you communicate with a person जिसके आपके साथ language differences है या cultural differences है, उनके साथ आपको बहुत ही patiently deal करना होता है. You cannot expect that person to understand everything that you are saying, and you cannot expect yourself to understand everything that the other person is saying. Be patient and try to process what the other person is saying and then choose your response effectively. Okay, that is being patient. Language barrier is very important, guys. It's like one of the greatest barriers to communication, so it's very important that you learn how to overcome these barriers. Next is the emotional barrier. Okay, wait, did I write language barrier? Okay, we just did language barrier. Now we're proceeding to emotional barrier. Okay, when we talk about emotional barrier, it just basically says that the emotional state of a person or of the sender or the receiver, it may influence your capacity to make yourself understood, and it can hamper your understanding of others. So let's just say that okay, yeah, so in the recent news we saw that Akshay Kumar, actor hai, okay, his mother just passed away yesterday, and today Akshay Kumar unka birthday hai aaj. So you have to understand the state understand the entire framework that Akshay Kumar might be in. You cannot just go up to him today and you can say, "Oh, wish you a very happy birthday. Party kab hai?" Or say, "What is your plan for today?" or something. If you're a friend of his, obviously, that you have to understand what emotional state he might be in because he just lost his mother. So you can just be comforting in your tone. You can say that, okay. I know that it's not a happy birthday for you, but your mom will be very, sad to see that you are not happy on your own birthday or something. You can make yourself very comforting in this tone, in this, situation, because emotional state is very important whenever you talk to someone. You have to understand. This is a very basic example that we can take from our household. You want to ask your parents something, okay, and you wait for the right mood your parent is in. What do is you see कि अच्छा आज बात नहीं कर सकते पापा से, आज वो थोड़े अच्छे मूड में नहीं लग रहे. Why do you see कि वो अच्छे मूड में है या नहीं है? क्यों आप देखते कि आपके कम्युनिकेशन के लिए किसी का मूड कैसा है? Because that helps in determining what the response will be. आपको क्या response मिल सकता है अपने पेरेंट्स से? You can easily understand. That is why emotional state को भी consider करना बहुत ज़्यादा important है, because many times emotional barriers on your part or on the part of the person that you are speaking with, it may inhibit your ability to communicate on an effective level. Okay, when you say that emotional barrier is present, it says a lot about you, because you are psychologically very well developed in determining that yes, I can understand that there is an emotional barrier. So in order to make yourself very effective in communication, in order to inhibit an ability to communicate effectively, considering emotional barriers is very, very important. Okay, the factors causing emotional barriers are firstly stress. Okay, the very important factor is stress. The other factor is mistrust. Okay, there is not a proper trust, or there's not a proper equation between the sender and the receiver. And the other factors are fear and insecurity. Okay, sometimes it so happens that you are scared or you fear someone when you talk to them, or someone fears you when you talk to them. Okay, it happens between teachers and students, it happens between principals and students, happens between bosses and employees. There is certain sort of fear that is present in their relation, and there's certain sort of insecurity also. Between all the relations थोड़ा insecurity रहता है, जिससे एक emotional barrier बनता है बात करने का. So these are the factors that cause emotional barrier. The best way to overcome these emotional barriers are accepting and committing to change. Okay, you have to have that motivation and commitment that you can change your relationship or your equation with the person that you are communicating to with. And other things, other examples or other instances where you can overcome this emotional barrier is through peer and mentor support. Okay, because often we consider or often we seek the help of counselors or psychologists or psychiatrists. We seek the help of our elders, of our friends, so that we can have some sort of an emotional support. And practicing expressing, okay, you have to be more expressive so that this emotional barrier or this hesitation, it completely goes away from the communication or effective communication. Okay, the next part is gender barriers. Okay, gender barriers is just pretty much very self-explanatory. Yeah, so when we talk about gender barriers, okay, relationships, respect, okay, workplace authority, education, these are the common ways men and women are pitted against each other. ओके यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि इनका रिलेशनशिप है वो यहाँ पे दिखता है, मतलब एक मैन और वुमन के बीच में क्या इक्वेशन कहाँ कहाँ बन सकता है, ये सारे जगह पे हम देख सकते हैं। रिलेशनशिप्स है, वर्क प्लेस अथॉरिटीज, एजुकेशन, ये सारी जगह पे। So overcoming barriers in gender communication, it is not simple, but it can be made clear with a little patience and understanding. Okay, the barrier, why this barrier is arising is because men and women, they have different ways of thinking and communication. Okay, men and women, they are psychologically different, anatomically different, they are philosophically also very different. So how they think and how they communicate is very, very different. It is like polar opposites उनके सोचने के ढंग में. Okay, that is why the entire element of masculinity and femininity that comes up when we communicate, or when there's a communication happening between someone from opposite genders. Okay, that is why gender barrier is a classified barrier in communication. Okay, many factors are there that cause gender barriers. It's about fear, being fearful and being shy. It is because of the environment that you are in, and because it is because of the misunderstanding. Okay, we never know what is going on in the mind of someone who is not of the same gender as us. So that is why misunderstanding, it also happens a lot between people from different gender, whether it's the male gender, the female gender, the transgender, whatever the gender may be. You cannot understand, or you cannot fully rely on the fact that someone is thinking just in the same way that you are. Okay, and there is also a fear से ज्यादा तो थोड़ा अनकंफर्ट, डिस्कंफर्ट है, थोड़ा शाइनेस रहता है जेंडर्स के बीच में, जिससे कम्युनिकेशन में कभी कभी गैप आ सकता है या बैरियर आ सकता है। और हम कैसे एनवायरनमेंट में है वहां पे भी डिपेंड करता है कि जेंडर्स के बीच में बात कैसे कैसे हो सकती है, कैसे चल रही है। So these are the factors that cause gender barrier. Okay, the only way to overcome or bridging the gap between gender, or bridging the gap in gender communication, it is like it requires a great deal of patience and understanding. Okay, you have to give your time, your attention, your understanding, your patience in order to bridge this gap between genders and in their communication, because you never know what someone is thinking, what someone is going through, and how someone will react. So to overcome any sort of a barrier, I'll say that patience and understanding and time and attention is needed in order to overcome any sort of a barrier. So after gender barrier, we have the organizational barrier. Okay. So when we talk about organizational barrier, organizational structures, they greatly affect the capability of the employees as far as communication is concerned. So all the internal factors which stymie on, which sort of block the process of communication, they are known as organizational barriers. Some such factors, they have been already discussed, like restrictive environments है, deceptive environments है, या कुछ tactics है communication network में जो organizational barriers cause कर सकती है. For example, there is a one-way flow. Okay, often we have seen that the people who are there in an organization, the employees are not allowed, or they're not given the opportunity to speak up what they feel. There's just a one way flow, ठीक है, upward सॉरी डाउनवर्ड फ्लो है कि एक बॉस है, वो एक मैसेज बोलते हैं, वो मैसेज को आपको दूसरे के थ्रू पहुंचाना है, एंड देयर इज दिस एंड देयर इज दिस, इज अ स्पेसिफिक हायरार्की दैट इज फॉलोड. सो वन वे फ्लो में भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बैरियर हो सकता है, बिकॉज देयर इज नो अनदर, देयर इज नॉट अ टू वे कम्युनिकेशन, सिर्फ एक ही वन वे कम्युनिकेशन है. फिर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के स्ट्रक्चर्स कैसे हैं, वो भी कम्युनिकेशन बैरियर बन सकते हैं. If an organization has too many rules and regulations, okay, too many rules and regulations, then also a person, or if an employee or any member of the organization might feel some sort of a hesitation in communicating. Yeah, half of the people are joining after half an hour. Okay, very nice. So there are another factor is that too many levels are there in an organization structure. Okay, that is also very frustrating at points, because you cannot directly communicate your message to the person you wanted to. You have to go through many levels so that your message could reach to the actual receiver. So the sender और receiver के बीच में जब बहुत ज़्यादा gap होता है in an organization, वो factor बन जाता है organizational barrier का. So okay, so that is how organizational barriers are formed. So when we talk about overcoming the organizational barriers, a strong structure of communication is needed. Okay, you have to have a very strong communication structure with the person in the organization or with everyone. A mixed message that can be sent. Okay, उसको एक है कि आपको बहुत ही clearly अपनी बात अपने रिसीवर तक पहुंचाने का एक सही मीडियम रखना होगा. ओके, क्योंकि अक्सर ये होता है that the message is sometimes delivered to the wrong audience, or a mixed sort of a message is conveyed, and there is a wrong medium to deliver the message. मतलब आप मैसेज किसी और चीज से डिलीवर करना चाहते हैं और वो किसी और चीज के थ्रू या और इंसान या और लैंग्वेज में वो डिलीवर हो चुका है, और डिस्ट्रैक्टिंग एनवायरमेंट्स है, उसकी वजह से भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कम्युनिकेशन में काफी ज्यादा बैरियर्स आ जाते हैं. इसीलिए इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल इन, there should be a good amount of transparency between you and between the people of the organization, so that your messages could not get mixed, or your message could be delivered to the right person, to the right audience. And your environment होता है जो organization का, वो बहुत ही ज्यादा ऐसे communicative रहना चाहिए. It should be deliberative, it should be discursive, it should be very casual, but in a professional sense. That should be the case to overcome organizational barriers. Okay, 4 minutes are left with this meeting. So after 4 minutes, you can join with the same link. Okay, this is a recurring meeting link. Same link के साथ आप join कर सकते हैं वापस. Okay, yeah. Next come up the perceptual barriers. Does anyone know the meaning of perception or perceptual? Perspective, perception, ये सब क्या होता है? किसी को ऐसे any idea?
Idea barriers.
Just a minute, okay? I'm very sorry. Just a minute. Oh yeah, I'm very sorry for that. Yeah, someone said ideas.
Yes, outlook and idea barriers. Like different people have different different outlooks to different things. So
yeah, precisely. That is the entire point of perception, a perceptualism. So the most common problem in any communication or in anything you say in the world is that people have different opinions. Okay, the varied perceptions of every individual, they give rise to a need for effective communication. We all have our own preferences, we all have our own values, attitudes, origins, and the life experiences that, they act as filters on our experiences of people, events, and information. हमारे इतने सारे experiences होते हैं, इतने सारे, हाँ क्या बोलते हैं, we have studied many things, we have observed many things, noticed many things, experienced so many things, that it has compelled us or forced us to frame an opinion about almost everything. और सबके opinions में काफी ज्यादा variety है, काफी ज्यादा
diversity. Question.
Yeah, go ahead, Shah.
Yeah. Ma'am, does it also have to do with stereotypes that comes with specific race, religion, country?
Yeah, exactly.
Region.
Or when we have an opinion about something, or when we, talk about something or present an idea about something, prejudices, stereotypes, the basic superstitions, everything comes up. क्योंकि ये सब ने कहीं ना कहीं एक role play किया होता है हमारे opinions frame करने में. Okay, you see many people, their opinions are based on the stereotypes that they follow. कि अच्छा, ये कास्ट में ऐसा होता है इसलिए ये कास्ट ऐसा है, ये रेस में ऐसा होता है इसलिए ये रेस ऐसा है, और ऐसे करके बहुत सारे स्टीरियोटिपिकल चीजों और सुपरस्टिशियस चीजों की वजह से एक इंसान का ओपिनियन फ्रेम हो सकता है. सो स्टीरियोटाइप्स इज अ परफेक्टली गुड एग्जांपल व्हेन इट कम्स टू द फैक्टर्स दैट make or that are responsible for framing an individual's opinions or perception. So when we talk about perceptual barriers, there is an entire, there's a different set of factors that cause perceptual barriers. There is a difference in understanding. Okay, there is a difference in perception of reality. Okay, because the world is so subjective. Every opinion changes according to time, according to societal consciousness, according to different ideas and sets of morality, ethics. सबका reality का perception कुछ अलग है. There's a difference in values, there's a difference in attitudes, opinions, everything. That is why these are the factors that cause perceptual barriers. Okay, and often I have faced perceptual barriers in communication with my family members a lot. With my family members, especially the elders of my family, they have a specific set of idea, the specific set of opinions that they know that it is right. वो कितना भी स्टीरियोटिपिकल हो, कितना भी गलत हो, उनके मन में ऐसा बैठ गया है कि वो जो सोचते हैं वो सही है, इसलिए उनसे communicate करना becomes extremely difficult. Okay, yeah, I can see that there's only a less than a minute left. You guys can, I'm restarting this meeting, आप यही लिंक से ज्वाइन कर लीजिए वापस. Okay, जो लिंक आपको सर्कुलेट हुआ है ग्रुप में, आप वही लिंक से ज्वाइन कर लीजिए. Then we'll continue this discussion about perceptual barriers. I'm ending